Hi, my name is Rudell Houseworth, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how and why I got involved with Empower Network. And at the end of my story, I'm going to give you a call to action to join my team so that we can fight the forces of evil together. Now, before I get started, I'm going to let you know that I am reading a script. So you'll see me look up, you'll see me look down, you'll see me look up, you'll see me look down. This is the first video that I've ever made, so I'm just gonna go with the flow. But anyway, let's see. And I'm not an actress, so you will hear me say quite a bit, but that's okay too. All right then. Right now, I'm telling you a little bit about who I am. I am a bookkeeper for a private non-profit organization. I've been in that company I've been a bookkeeper there for 7 years now, and prior to working there, I was in the banking industry for 18 years in several managerial positions. I was introduced to network marketing in 1996 when my job with the banking industries. I worked in the corporate trust and the securities department, but that division was moving to Charlotte, North Carolina from Atlanta, Georgia, where I worked in Atlanta, Georgia. Okay. At the time that my job was relocating to Charlotte, I had 3 young children. Their ages were 8, 4, and 3. And I was separated at the time, and I had a decision to make as to whether I was going to relocate myself to Charlotte with 3 young children, or I would go back home to South Carolina where I could have help from my parents. While I was thinking on this line, I had a coworker that approached me one day with a business opportunity, and I had never been involved with any type of business opportunity before. The one thing that I had been doing was trying to be my own boss, because I have always had the spirit of an entrepreneur. I never liked the 9 to 5 scene. I don't like people telling me when I can get up in the morning, because frankly, I'm really not a morning person. I like to wake up around 10 or 11 and lay back down for a minute or so and get up and just mull around for a little while, and after that just do whatever I want to do. But I'm a late nighter. I can stay up till 3 and 4 in the morning. That's the way I flow. But when you try to squeeze me that I have to be to work at 9 or 8, I just don't like that, and I never have. So I have always been looking for an opportunity to be on my own. So anyway, when my coworker approached me with this business opportunity, she was someone that I really trusted. So I didn't hesitate upon it. I believed what she said. It sounded good, so I joined. And I was lucky enough to, the same week that I joined, an event was going to be in town in Atlanta that weekend. Lucky me. So I was able to, she was able to get me in without any cost because I was a newbie. I went to that event and I was blown away, not knowing what at all was going to happen. I saw thousands of people, men and women in business suits, professional. They had their attaché case, their briefcases, and they were talking money and they were looking like money. And I sat there and the music was hyped. The co-founders, there were 3 of them, came on stage and they were presenting large checks to the leaders of the company. And I was able to shake hands and take pictures with these leaders, and everything just felt so real and so right. At that moment, at that event, I knew I had found my life's calling. That is what I was. I was a network marketer. This was a telecommunications company, and I was so hyped after leaving that conference that for the first couple of weeks I did fairly well. I did really well. I was signing up people left and right, having them change their utility company. And I signed my sister up as a rep, and she came in at the high level of $495. And I signed up a friend as a rep who came in at the entrance level of $100 and something. I don't even remember what it was then. But something happened after that. My sister realized that it was a selling job, and she said she sort of felt like she was duped, and she didn't do well. She didn't do anything really. And my friend that came in, she didn't do much herself, and things began tapering off for me too. So my energy level sort of started going down in the industry, because I was getting a little bit of people telling me no now. And it came time to really make a decision as to whether I was going to move to Charlotte, or I was going to stay in Atlanta with this business opportunity that was sort of failing now, or I was going to move back to South Carolina. So I thought I would move back to South Carolina, take my business home, and get my family and friends at home to join, get the business started again. So I moved back home so I could get the help with my children, and a strange thing happened. I didn't get a single sign up. Nobody joined my business. Not only did anyone join my business, they didn't take me very seriously. They remembered me as the little girl, Rudy. That was my nickname, Rudy. They remembered me as Rudy, the little girl that they seen walking up and down the road. And even though they knew I had a lot of business sense, people in my hometown was not about to change their utility services. They this was rural, and they just didn't do that. So and to make matters worse, the utility provider for the telecommunications company didn't have any service in my area, so I couldn't do my business, and I had to go back to a 9 to 5. But I not wanting to do that right away, I was on unemployment. So then I began to actually look around for little non-committal jobs, like Dave Wood would say. I joined and I really started trying to do self-employment things. Let's see, some of the things that I actually did was, there was a Child Shield program that I had gotten involved with. I was supposed to go around to the schools and try to get them to buy into this identity program for the children. I didn't do very well with that. There was this program where I'm not going to call the man's name, but you could put tiny little ads in newspapers, and then you would get all this money. Well, this man used to walk on the beach and talk. Infomercial on TV. I bought that. Didn't work. Well, I didn't really do it. I was good at buying things and not doing them. That didn't work. After that, there was the man that talked about the real estate, no money down. I borrowed that from my brother because he had that, and I was going to do that business, but I didn't get involved in that one. Then there was the one that you had to, was the middle broker, and you purchase notes. I had some interest in that, but didn't get involved. Then there was prepaid legal. I did join prepaid legal, and I was doing okay with prepaid legal. That's a service that people like. You get your will done and all this kind of stuff. This isn't a commercial about prepaid legal, because I didn't stay with that prepaid legal long either. Then there was, let's see, SMC. SMC, I did pretty well in SMC. I set up a booth at a flea market, and I was doing fairly well with that, selling the products. And something devastating happened. My 3 children was in an automobile accident, and they almost lost their lives. So I had to shut down my business to nurse my children back to health. And thank God that they are now grown adults now. My oldest is 24, but at the time My youngest was 4 when the accident did happen. And I had to put everything on hold, nurse them back to health, and the realization came that I needed to find a job. I went back to work in the 9 to 5 arena, and didn't want to hear another thing about network marketing ever again. And that's the way it was up until the year of 2011. 2011, I was playing around on Facebook, and I Googled a name, and I found an old friend. And when I made contact with my old friend, that person was working doing internet marketing. And I said, what is internet marketing? I don't know anything about that, and I really don't want to know anything about internet marketing. But that person kept wanting to send me links so that I could take a look at business opportunities. And I looked at a couple, and I was not interested. Then I was given the link of where I watched 2 men talk about 100% commission. And the first thing that captured my eyesight was the words 100% commission. Never heard of it, unheard of. How in the world could these 2 guys give people 100% commission? That's 100% of what you make. Anyway, that intrigued me, and I listened more, and when I saw the integrity of the 2 men, which was Dave Wood and David Sharp of Empower Network, I saw how the integrity that these men had, and I believed everything they were telling me, and I was ready to get into this business. Everything just looked right, everything just felt right. So I was going to get back into my life's calling once again, and I did. I joined Empower Network, and actually just a couple of months ago, really. I joined it in August. I joined it August of 2012, and I want to say that it has really been a thrill of a ride to be in Empower Network. I've got a 90-day goal to retire from my bookkeeping job, and I'm hoping right now that everybody is who was with my job is currently not watching me. But even if you are watching me, I'm telling you that in 90 days I plan to retire. Surprise! Because I am going to be in this business for the long haul. I love it. I'm not quitting. Things are going well. I'm generating a whole lot of leads. I'm getting commissions, and I am just excited about Empower Network, and I want you to join my team with me. This is a call to action. My link, I'm not really tech savvy anymore. I am a baby boomer, by the way, in case y'all haven't figured that out with all these 1996 and doing this and all that. I am a baby boomer, and I want people to join me so that we can fight the forces of evil. And I was about to say that I'm learning to be more tech savvy on the internet. And one thing I don't know now is I don't know how I'm going to give you a link for you to join me, but I'm going to tell you that I want you to go to www.dailyhiddencash.com. That'll take you to Dave and Dave's video. And once you watch that, join me and let's fight the forces of evil. And also, I'm going to send you to my blog. It is www.dailyhiddencash.info. If you would go to either one of those places, read my blogs, click on the banners, or go to the link and watch Dave Wood's video on how he, as a homeless person, has generated income. with I think $33,000 a month, and I will see you on the other side. All right. Good night. Thank you. That's my story.